What's going on, Wolfpack? Time again for another wolfofbricks.com update. I am Jim, and of course, this is where we talk about Lego investing and reselling. All right, so here's the rule. I kind of have a personal rule to never say this, and I'm going to. This time, I highly encourage you to watch this video from beginning to end. And here's the deal. You know, I'm sure the thumbnail probably won't attract a lot of people, and I do have people occasionally say to me, hey Jim, you know, what are the most important videos on your channel that I can watch? And I usually say, well, check out my top 10 least watched videos. Those are usually the most important ones for the people that take Lego investing seriously, right? Because there's really nothing sexy about the thumbnail. And then there are times where I'm like, you know, there's going to be a lot of people that watch this video. I'm so pumped and excited, and nobody watches it. And I say to myself, man, there's a lot of good information people miss. And here's the deal. No worries if you don't watch it, but you know, this is one of those videos I'm going to break my rule where I highly encourage you to stick around from beginning to end and watch it. So we're going to be kind of dissecting a theme, right? We're going to be dissecting the Lego Creator Expert, and this theme is similar to the 3-in-1 creator sets, right? Where you kind of have a little bit of everything. Now, I've talked in the past how the 3-in-1 sets, there are like the mini modulars, they're really good to purchase at a discount and resell, but there's a lot of other things out there that just aren't good in those 3-in-1s. But it's a little bit different for the Lego Creator Expert. You have a lot of stuff going on, but there's a lot of good stuff. It's not just, you know, the modulars. And this time, I'm actually really not going to be talking about the larger modulars when it comes to this theme. So the point is, I want to show everybody how I look at a certain theme, and it'll be interesting for everybody following along to see if, you know, you have the same opinions that I do, or if you have different opinions, and that's fine. I'd love to hear your different opinions in the comments. So right now you're looking at Lego Shop and Home. We are on the Creator Expert page, right? And I'm just going to go down and talk about sets that catch my eye and things that I like and things I don't like. Now, at the end of this video, I will be having my top 4 picks. I was going to do a top 5, but I was like, you know what? I'm really happy with these 4. Anything else is a little bit more of a stretch for me. And then I'm also going to have a couple sets that there is no chance in hell that I would purchase. And I know a lot of resellers have already purchased this, and that's fine. That's their problem and not mine. So let's just go down the list. Right now, we have the Porsche 911. I love the Porsche 911. And real quick, this Porsche 11 really, really excites me. And personally, I'm angry that I don't have this set yet. I did go into the Lego store one time specifically for this set, and they were out, and I was just pounding salt. But if you don't know, there are a ton really good alternate builds for this set, and I'm just going to go over them real quick. We have this Corvette right here. I mean, that looks beautiful, right? And we also have this Ferrari right here. I mean, it is amazing. And if you have that Porsche 911, you can build those 2 cars with that set. Of course, you'd have to buy more than one set to do each car, right? But I really love the Porsche 911. I think when it comes to collectability, it really goes well with that Porsche 911 Speed Champions, the white one that retired last year, and I'm just loving it. Now, the modulars, everybody knows how I feel about modulars. And here's the interesting thing, right? I don't hear people talking a lot about modulars this year than I did the year before. I mean, in January of last year, you know, people were still kind of scrapping and clawing, trying to get their hands on a diner that retired. And that set is beautiful. There's no denying it. The bookstore, out of all of the modulars right now, I would probably say the bookstore is my favorite. But keep in mind, it's a modular, so I'm not the biggest fan. I did like the garage, too, the corner garage. I thought the corner garage would go great with the police station modular, because every police station has a garage with, you know, police cars and motorcycles and stuff like that. So when we go down, you know, there are some sets that kind of interest me and don't. The Winter Village is always a staple. I'm not going to put the Winter Village specific sets in my top 4 because that sub-theme of the Winter Village, kind of like an honorable mention. Everybody knows that you should probably pick that up. Again, we're not going to talk about any more modulars. There's the Coliseum. The Assembly Square, folks, let me tell you, I think this set came out January of 2017. Remember when everybody was talking about Assembly Square? I'm going to buy it up. I'm going to buy it up. And every year there's a rumor, the Assembly Square is going to retire. The Assembly Square is going to retire. Well, I mean, this right here is the treehouse, right? This is the treehouse before the treehouse, right? You have the Ecto 1, which I'm a fan of. I'm more of a fan whenever it was $200. You have the Space Shuttle that I like. And here's the deal. When it comes to the botanical set, you know, there was a huge buzz over the bonsai tree. And when I scroll low a little bit more, I think it's going to be there. There's the bonsai tree right there. That really excites me, and that excites a lot of people. But when it comes to the botanicals, you know, that was one of the first ones. That's the only one that I really have any interest in. There's the police station. I mean, the police station, I've said it before, it's a great looking building, but all it says is police in front of it. I mean, you could have a sign that says Patty's Bar, and it would be a great Irish bar because of the architecture and all that stuff. So that's everything on page 1. Now, when we go to page 2, and we're scrolling down, I mean, we have the Titanic. So here's the thing, right? These are the do's and don'ts of purchasing creator sets. For me, you really, my personal opinion, you really don't want to purchase any set that is more than $250, right? You have the Titanic. I actually have a Titanic. Boy, is that thing freaking huge. But I only have one copy. It's not going to be for resale. And here's the deal. If you're in Chicago and you have a copy of the Titanic, that might be something to put on Facebook Marketplace or eBay Local, right? But when it comes to shipping and all that other garbage, there is no chance in heck I am going to go ahead and purchase Titanics for resale. It's just not going to happen. I'm a fan of the pickup truck. I wish I was a fan more, but I'm not. We already talked about the botanicals. There's more botanicals. I'm not going to touch Back to the Future because everybody has it. And there's just overall a lot of good sets, right? You have the Ford Mustang, which it pains me that I don't have any of, and it's retiring very soon. You have a bunch of stadiums, which is just garbage. The high-speed train kind of interests me because of the price, and you know, it would be good in the city. The double-decker bus is just something I'm not interested in because it's $9.99. I would be more interested in the larger $200 one. So for me, when it comes to Lego Creator Experts, I'm really looking for things, with the exception of the bonsai tree, right? Sets that are around $100 to no more than $250. So we're going to go to the Excel, and these are my top 4 picks, right? I have the bonsai tree, the NASA Space Shuttle Discovery, the Optimus Prime, and the NASA Apollo 11 lunar lander. Just talking real quick about the Space Shuttle and lunar lander, everybody knows the success of the Saturn V rocket. I believe that's good news for all of the official NASA sets that Lego will put out. Eventually it'll be great for the Lego sets that they put out when it comes to SpaceX. But these are the top 4 that I have, and they're all, whenever I went to the FBA Multitool, they're all ranked in the top 1%, which is what you want, right? I do have the buy price here, and I don't have the RRP price, right? But I did set a price of the sets that you should be able to get on discount. Some are maybe 20%, some are only 10%, right? These right here, the max units, this right here is real-time information. This is the maximum amount of sets that Amazon is cranking out in a month. 7,000, over 7,000 bonsai trees. You think that's not going to do well post-retirement? Come on, guys. Now, for the Amazon ROI, the reason why I did 150% each is because I'm trying to be conservative. If everybody remembers at the beginning of the year, my worst set when it came to reselling ROI was 111%. I really believe that this will do better than my worst 111%. And this right here is before the Amazon fees, the shipping, and all that good stuff. So this is a very conservative 150%, which should happen after retirement, whether it is the first Q4, second, or third. I would be surprised if all of these sets were at 150% ROI the first Q4 post-retirement. The bonsai tree might, but as you get to the second Q4 and maybe a few months after, it should come close to that 150% ROI. And there's the sell price right there. So this right here, when you look at this Excel, right? I mean, this right here, if you were to buy 1,000 units of bonsai trees, this is how you turn 39,000 into 99,000, right? When it comes to the lunar lander, that's how you turn 85,000 into 212,000. So there's a lot of good stuff, I believe, with my top 4 set picks. Now let's talk about the worst set picks, right? Yeah, the Titanic. It's in the top 3, which isn't bad, right? But you only have 93 units going out of Amazon. Now, granted, this is an inflated price because people are doing those quick flips. But just on the price and size alone, I personally would not purchase that. Similar to the Coliseum, right? I mean, that's in the top 10. Why would you put all of your money into a large set and have it be in the top 10, right? And the last of the worst sets is pretty much every stadium set. It's been talked about on forums, on Facebook groups. And when it comes to the rank and max units, I didn't look it up because in the end, who really cares? So just to recap, I personally wouldn't purchase any sets that are less than $100 unless you're able to get them on discount or unless that set's name is the bonsai tree. As of right now, that could change, next year. And, last year, if I looked at what was available, that could change as well. But I also try and not go above the $250 mark, right? Because I don't want to get too carried away when it comes to tying up all of my money in a particular set. And I want to make sure that I'm able to add inventory in other themes or other creator expert sets because I'm not buying sets that are more than $250. Hope you enjoyed the video, my friends. As always, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Once again, I'm Jim with wolfofbricks.com. Always go out there and get it.